Explain the difference extends the explain functionality by providing insights into the factors driving or contributing to two data points of interest based on a machine learning technique called partial decision tree segment analysis. And explain the difference, you can get the insights into what the dominant drivers and influencers are to the difference of two specific data points. Explain the difference speeds time to insight by simplifying the data discovery process. In this example, we might be interested in seeing the difference between United States component sales as well as Canada component sales. It will then trigger the underlying query engine to retrieve all the details affecting the difference from both data points across the entire data model and present it to the machine learning engine for automated analysis. When processing is complete, the end user is then presented with an explanation in two separate tabs. The first tab showing where the value of the difference of the two data points is mostly allocated. To do this, the engine then searched into every other hierarchy looking for the elements that most represent the size of this difference in value. This is what we call the dominant driver analysis. The eyeball diagram shows the items that most explain where the difference in values of the data points are mostly allocated. It is a subset of the data behind the selected data point of interest that represent an item that impacts the sales difference. In our outermost oval, it tells us that the reseller promotion category is the highest driver for the sales difference. On the right side is a more detailed breakdown of the buckets, which is a context analysis for which the difference is coming from, which all add up to the sales difference number. This shows us all the other key items that impact the overall analysis, in which case is the difference between the component sales for United States and Canada. As you then click on each oval, it then becomes a subset of the prior oval, which gives us further information on the key drivers of the difference as a subset of the previous one. The second tab then shows what factors are pushing the average value of sales difference higher based on other categorical items or metrics. This is called the influencer analysis. It uses the average values in determining impact rather than simple aggregation. The eyeball diagram shows the items that most explain why the value of the difference is high using categorical items from other hierarchies or metrics or measures in the dataset. Again, it uses the average values rather than simple summation as we do in our dominant driver analysis in our first tab. It starts with the highest impact item, then the next biggest items in context of previous item or oval and so forth. Our oval shows that the average values of sales difference is mostly influenced by these metrics, in this case, expenses difference as well as net profits difference being another one. Then in this scatter plot, it explains that correlation between these two measures. Our More button here shows a more advanced explanation of both the drivers and influencers, using a tree diagram showing all nodes affecting results, not just our top contributors, which then is able to provide us more detailed analysis of these dominant drivers and influencers. Note that explain the difference can be used on any SQL-based visual or query, And it can also be triggered through the NLQ search bar as well as within our chatbot interface. For more information on the explain functionality, take a look at the explain help and video, which is similar to explain the difference.